Hi everyone, it's me, Scott. It's been a little while since I posted, a few weeks. I was sick for a bit, and then of course I was out of the habit of making videos and posting them every week. I was posting like 4 a week. So I just sort of like cooled off for a while and didn't do that. Sorry if you've been waiting. Thanks for being patient. Appreciate it. Had a few new subscribers the last few weeks. I just want to say thanks very much for joining me here. I'm in the midst of doing a video series, which I'll get into in a little bit. I'll resume it shortly. Exactly when, not sure, but soon. I am at my place of business, this hotel I'm working at. This is an unoccupied room, which isn't going to be occupied, and so I'm taking a little time here to make a video. It's really great because I've got basically a flat screen TV right behind my camera. And so I'm using the screen as a mirror to look at the monitor on the camera that's recording me, which is something I don't normally get to do because I'm just, shooting on a regular flip camera that doesn't have a forward-facing monitor. So, yeah. What's been going on lately? Well, let me first address something that happened maybe about 2 weeks ago, I think. There was an announcement made about YouTube and a change that was about to be made. YouTube wants people who use YouTube to become subscribers to pay a subscription fee every month. $10 a month, last I heard. There's some sort of form letter that they sent out to people, what I didn't receive. Maybe I should check my one of my email accounts, the one I don't normally check, to see whether or not that's something that's relevant to me. But I didn't get the Google Plus notification. If someone sent me a message through Google Plus, I didn't get it. I just checked that yesterday. Anyway, what it said was, for $10 a month, you can watch videos with no ads on them, no pop-up ads, no video ads that play ahead of the, and that's fun, that's great. I would enjoy that. However, there's a catch. And the catch is for people who are content creators. And that catch is that if you post videos to YouTube, if you make your own videos and post them for other people to see, you have to become a subscriber to YouTube, and you have to pay that $10 a month, or else all your videos will be set to private. Now, if you're not sure what that is, there's 3 different settings for YouTube videos. One is public. Anybody can watch them. Anybody can visit your channel and find your videos and watch them. Anybody can do a word search on your username, or if they know enough words and the title of one of your videos, they can find it that way and watch it. If your video is unlisted, then your video won't come up in a random word search, and it won't show up on your channel. However, if people have already seen your video, if they have the URL, or if they have saved your video previously to a playlist, and you make it unlisted later on, they're still able to watch it. However, if your video is set to private, they can't watch it. And that means that only you can watch your own videos and no one else can, even if they have that URL, even if they've saved your video to a playlist. And this is really bad news for somebody like me, because since I joined YouTube in 2006, I have saved hundreds of videos. I've saved music videos, both professionally made and non-professionally made. I've saved movie trailers, the ones that I love. I've saved parody trailers. I've saved short films, all to playlists. I have, I don't know, maybe around 20 playlists or so on my channel. If you want to go to my channel and look at my playlists, please feel free to do so. And I know that occasionally videos get deleted or they get set to private, and I really don't know why, and I can't watch them anymore. But when this change goes into effect, my playlists are going to be decimated. All these videos that I've enjoyed, that I've saved, that I can go back and watch whenever I feel like it, well, maybe not all of them, but a whole bunch of them will. Because some of them are made by people that really aren't posting anymore, or maybe they just posted that one, or something. I don't know. But the point is that by setting all these videos to private, YouTube is not only punishing the creators, they're also punishing people like me that want to see those videos and enjoy them in the future. I think this change is supposed to go into effect in about 6 months. Like I said, I don't know the details. I've just basically seen a couple of videos made by people that described what this form letter said. And this is bad. This is really bad, because I know that there's going to be a bunch of people out there that aren't active on YouTube anymore, not regularly, and don't want to pay $10 a month for a service they don't use as much, but have left their videos up anyway, and I'm not going to be able to see them. You know, my playlists are going to be decimated. You know, I would guess that, you know, at least 50% or not more of the videos that I've saved over the years are not going to be viewable anymore, and I hate that. I just hate it. Because there's nothing I can do about it. I can pay $10 and make sure my own videos are viewable, but I can't do anything about all the other people who decide not to do it. It's really, really a shame, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of videos that I've enjoyed that aren't viewable anymore. Chief among them is the the literal music video for the Bonnie Tyler song. Can't remember the name of it. Yeah, damn, sorry. It's the one with the woman at the school with the kid with wings and what the effing crap, and excuse me, sorry, still a little scratchy throat here. Yeah, it got taken down because of the copyright issue, you know, but now it's going to be even worse. It's going to be so much worse because all people who have made their cute little supercuts or the little videos or their vlogs, whatever, you know, a lot of those people, you know, maybe aren't as active anymore. They're not going to be wanting to pay $10 a month, and we're not going to get to see those videos anymore, even if we've saved them. It's going to be impossible, which is a real shame. The people that made these announcements, basically, how I heard about this, said something about, you know, if you're a subscriber to videos, you'll be able to save videos yourself. But I've already done that. I've already saved them to playlists. You know, having to go back and resave all those videos all over again, it's going to be a pain in the neck. I could do it, but it just seems rather unfair. Rather unfair. I understand that Google is a company, and companies are always looking for new ways to get revenue, you know, and they've been getting revenue through ads, but now they're like, how can we get more revenue? We're not getting quite enough revenue. Oh, we've got a certain amount of revenue, and we should be getting more so that we can grow, so let's charge people for using YouTube. And make it impossible for people to watch videos of the people that aren't paying to use it. Really disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Not happy about that at all. So, that's the bad news. Good news is, I saw a reaction video yesterday, which was a collage. A collage of reactions to the new Star Wars teaser, and one of them is a guy I know. If you haven't visited my Facebook page, the link to that is below in the description. You'll find the video there. And the upper left-hand corner of that particular reaction collage is Luke, aka Razorwire Reviews. He's a guy in Norway who I've been subscribed to for a while. He does the Chataway Challenge every year. He does epic videos on his Chataway marathons. And he's in the reaction video. The cool thing about the video was that, you know how some people basically will position their camera off to the side as they're watching the screen, as they're watching the trailer and reacting to it. Sometimes it's, you know, they position their camera in a way so that they're looking off to the left. Some people are looking off to the right. Some are looking a little bit up high. Some are looking lower, depending on where their camera is. And the guy arranged the collage around the trailer, which is in the middle, so that they are all sort of looking towards the center. Very clever. And it's really great to listen to people react to the Star Destroyer crashed in the sands, you know, and to R2's first appearance, and of course to Harrison Ford and Chewbacca's appearance at the end. It's fun. I enjoy those kinds of things. Yeah, that video, if you haven't seen it, is on my Facebook page. Along with, I'll also link to Luke's video as well. Funny coincidence, his name is Luke. But yeah, I'll make sure that that's up there as well, so you can check it out if you haven't already. Yeah, a bunch of new trailers came out recently. I think there's been 6 big trailers that have come out the last couple of weeks, but I can, at the moment, only remember 4 of them. First of all, of course, Star Wars. And then Batman versus Superman, the first teaser for that. Not a lot happening in that teaser. The one thing that I can take away from that particular teaser is, hey, Holly Hunter's in the movie. That's great. I hope she got paid handsomely. Not a big fan of Man of Steel. Liked some of it. the first half mostly, and that's probably because it reminds me so much of Batman Begins. The sort of structure with the flashbacks and everything like that. Quite a lot like Batman Begins, and I adore Batman Begins, so that for me was fun. Second half of the movie, not so great. And Zack Snyder has made a bunch of movies that I haven't liked, and a couple that I have. Primarily 300 and his Dawn of the Dead remake. Those movies I like, the rest of them not so much. But I'm hopeful that Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, which comes out March of next year, will be good. Will be one of the good ones. Here's hoping. Also, Star Wars, of course, is directed by J.J. Abrams, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know that this movie is one that I'm anticipating, of course, but it's not as much as others because of J.J. Abrams. A lot of people love J.J. Abrams, think he's a terrific director. I don't as much as other people. He's made 4 feature films so far. Each one I've liked a little less than the previous one. His first film was Mission Impossible 3. Liked that movie a lot. My favorite movie in the Mission Impossible series. The last movie he made, Star Trek Into Darkness. Terrible movie. Really bad. Again, one of those movies that starts off really well and then gets, is terrible in the end. And in between you've got the first Star Trek movie, which is a lot of fun, and Super 8, which is pretty good, but, not a movie that I love. So I'm hopeful that Star Wars The Force Awakens will be his best movie so far. It could be. It's very possible, and I'm hopeful that it is. And when I see it, I'm sure that the nostalgia factor will kick in, and I'll love it just because it's Star Wars. I got the feeling that a lot of people who reacted to the trailer were heavily leaning on nostalgia in their enjoyment. Seeing Harrison Ford, wow! Seeing R2, wow! Hearing Luke Skywalker talk about the Force, wow! Seeing the big Star Destroyer and the lightsabers and everything like that. And the music, of course. The music plays a huge factor in the Star Wars teaser. And people enjoying it. They hear those themes, they go, yay! And it's hard not to, because those themes are beloved. And have been beloved for a very, very long time. I think that would be really, really ballsy of Lucasfilm to cut a trailer for the new Star Wars movie that has music from the prequels in it. Duel of the Fates would be an excellent choice. To have the Duel of the Fates theme would be awesome. But they're leaning, of course, on the nostalgia of the previous trilogy, which is why practically every single Star Wars trailer that's been made since 1999, or 98, I should say, when the Phantom Menace trailer came out, has had music from the original trilogy. There was a trailer for Attack of the Clones that used Duel of the Fates, which I was very pleased about because I love that piece of music, Duel of the Fates. If you don't remember, that's the one from the climax of the Phantom Menace that goes bum 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 da 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 da. That's a really awesome piece of music. Very, very gets the blood pumping for me. But yeah, since all these original cast members are in the new movie, and since it takes place after Jedi versus before. Yeah, they're leaning on that nostalgia. They're putting those John Williams themes in there. Everyone's going nuts over it. I enjoyed the teaser, but I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't include a little bit more plot. I guess you could say that it's plot that Harrison Ford is back. But then again, who didn't know that Harrison Ford would be back? People go nuts when they watch the trailer and they see Harrison Ford there standing with Chewbacca. Chewie, we're home. They're obviously standing on the deck of the Millennium Falcon. You can tell by the background. But yeah, anyone who's a hardcore Star Wars fan and has been looking forward to this movie would know that Harrison Ford is in the film. They've been talking about it forever. For a long time, Harrison Ford didn't want to have anything more to do with Star Wars. Was interested in reprising Indiana Jones, of course, but Han Solo not so much. Yay, Han Solo's in the movie, they say when they see him. I'm just like, really? You didn't know? Yeah, you knew. You just, Yeah, some nostalgia factor. Where was I? Yeah. Okay, so enough about Star Wars. The other two big trailers that came out recently, Ant-Man. Ant-Man looks like lots of fun. I'm excited to see it. And they're selling it really as a standalone movie versus a movie that is connected with the Marvel Universe, whereas we know it will be inevitably connected with the Marvel Universe. I'm sure that Paul Rudd will show up in Infinity Wars Part 1 or 2, or both, because he'll join the Avengers, but the trailer contains no hints as to how he's going to be doing that, or how he'll intersect and start working with the Avengers. Yeah, I was a little skeptical about Peyton Reed. The director, I believe, is Peyton Reed, who did Down with Love, and a few other movies. Yes Man, I think, right? Yes Man. A few others, movies that I'm not really fond of. But it looks fun. I like the effects. I like seeing Ant-Man climb up on the tip of a Glock and then run along the top of it. The effects look nice. It should be fun. Should be a fun movie. Looking forward to it. And I think that if we see another Star Wars, the next Star Wars trailer will probably be attached to that one, because it's going to be a big Marvel movie, and Marvel's now with Disney. Speaking of which, Marvel and Disney, I just finished a book called How Star Wars Conquered the Universe. It was heavily promoted on a podcast that I watched called Schmoes Know. They interviewed the author on a couple of different videos. I really enjoyed the book. It's the whole history of Lucasfilm, the company. Basically covered George Lucas's entire life, all the way up through the sale of Lucasfilm to Disney when they made the announcement about the original cast and what have you. Really, really fun book. If you're a Star Wars fan, you will love it. You will just love it. All kinds of great tidbits and trivia about the making of the movies over the years, and of course a lot about people who love the movies and have it's affected their lives, had a big impact on their lives in some way. Fun, really fun. So yeah, if we see another Star Wars trailer, it'll come out probably before Ant-Man, because it's coming out in Christmas. Let's see, the last big trailer that came out recently was Terminator Genisys. People don't like this trailer nearly as much. I'm not a big fan of the whole idea of making another Terminator movie, especially if they're continuing to find excuses to put Arnold in it. I eventually saw Terminator Salvation, remember very little of it. It was on cable. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. It just happens to be on. Don't really remember a lot about it except for like the end. There's a heart transplant at the end. Yes, that's right, I remember. That's pretty much how the movie ended. So this new one has people in a tizzy because it reveals certain key aspects of a particular character. I'm not getting into it if you don't want to know about it. If you're planning on seeing the movie, and you're avoiding the trailer. And lots of people would advise you to avoid the trailer if you're planning on seeing the movie. Yeah. The thing that really struck me about the trailer was how bad I felt for the original 1984 Terminator, the one that comes back in time in 1984 to kill Sarah, gets attacked by the older Terminator. And I kind of felt bad for him, actually, because he gets ruined right away, you know. You can see in one very brief shot, part of his face is ripped away and he's got the metal there. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's not going to be able to pass for human anymore. That sucks for him. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him because he was sent back to kill Sarah and suddenly there's another Terminator there pounding on him. He wasn't expecting that. He's also creeped out a little bit by it because the animatronic head they use for the young Arnold is very clearly an animatronic head. Looks pretty fake. Yeah, the trailer probably shows way too much if you're planning on seeing the movie. So yeah, avoid it. But yeah, it's not something I've been terribly excited about anyway. Alan Taylor, of course, directed Thor, the Thor sequel, which I liked. It's a good movie. So it has possibilities, but it's not something I would go, yeah, awesome, new Terminator movie, Arnold's back. Just not that excited about it. Like I said, there were two other trailers that I'd seen recently for fairly interesting big movies, but I can't remember what they are now, sorry. So there's a little update from me. I'm going to start the 20-year film fest again soon. I'm just going through some of my lists for the year. I'm still sort of revising and making sure the dates are accurate. I'm going by Chicago release dates. If you are unfamiliar with the series, basically, it's me recommending 14 movies for out of each of the last 20 years. But I'm going by Chicago release dates, not the standard release date on IMDb or whatever, or according to the Oscars. So some of these movies that are from, you know, whatever year, like say 2002, show up on the 2003 list because that's when they came out here. That's what I'm going by. Also, my other rule is no series or sequels, except with a couple of exceptions. And that was because I didn't want to say, okay, it's 2007, here's another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and here's another Jason Bourne movie, and here's another blah-blah-blah. I wanted to go with more standalones. But my exception to that rule is if a movie appeared on my top 5, whether it's a sequel or not, it's going on there. That's what it is, basically. My top 5 movies of that particular year, plus another 9 that are also quite good, with more of a diverse, rather than just being my top 10 plus 4, it's my top 5 plus an assortment of others, which might have been on my top 10, but might not be, depending. So the exceptions there are if a movie showed up in my top 5, or if it's the Avengers. For 2012, I couldn't avoid putting the Avengers on that list. Had to, because it's so darn entertaining. And I adore Joss Whedon. And I'm so excited that Age of Ultron is only 1 week away now. Just about 1 week away, I'll get to see it, which is great. It's my most anticipated movie of the year. Speaking of Joss Whedon and J.J. Abrams, in terms of what people are looking forward to, there was actually a podcast that I listen to every week called Film Spotting. And occasionally they'll do what's called a death match. And they'll pit 2 people against each other and say, okay, this person, his work you can save. This person, all their work is going to be eliminated from the entire planet, can never watch it again. Which guy do you pick? And a while back they pitted Joss Whedon against J.J. Abrams. And despite the fact that J.J. Abrams is making a new Star Wars movie, I still have to save Joss Whedon, because he did Buffy, he did Angel, he did Dollhouse, he did Firefly. And he did, of course, the movie Serenity, and the first Avengers, and the new Avengers, and anything that he does, I'm very jacked for, much more so than Abrams. So, gotta save him. Gotta love his work a little bit more than J.J. Abrams, despite the fact that Joss Whedon's not directing a Star Wars movie, and Abrams is. So, yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. A little update. Since I haven't posted in a while, thought I'd get a few things off my chest. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Again, my Facebook page in the description on the video below, where you can see other stuff aside from just my videos that I enjoy and other things. And also the playlist to my 20-year film fest, if you haven't looked at those yet. The next videos I'll be doing will be on 2003 and 2004, I believe, if I remember right. The last ones I did were 2001 and 2000. Yeah, so I'll get back on that very, very soon. Feeling better. Not as phlegmy as I have been. Still a little phlegmy, not as much as before. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you again real soon. And, if you haven't checked out Luke's videos, of course, Razorwire, please do so. Subscribe to his channel, because he tells me that his new marathon video will be up sometime in May. That'll be great. Really excited about that. He makes the best marathon videos, the best. See ya.